Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Red Alert 3 replay. Spawn on the top right side as the Green Empire player, we have Smileyyy. Spawning as Magenta ally, we have asdfghjk period. And spawning as Cyan Empire, we have berat, whose section shows random. Spawn on the bottom left side as the Red Empires, we have Bashley. Spawn on the left side as the Blue allies, we have H2OgoDoFWaR. And spawn on the north side as the Yellow Soviets, we have Dimon. 00000. I don't know if I cast this 3v3 before. I've downloaded some old replays. It says I didn't download them earlier on Games Replay, so hopefully I haven't casted these ones earlier, but sorry if I have. We got some multiple Dojo cores now advancing forward. We got the bear roaring in front of the dog. It's a bear eat dog world, and the Dojo core will be set on up. We got bears and the flak troopers are advancing forward, so now these good hits there on these Dojo cores, and well, some mag mines being pulled on out. Beacon was placed by Bashley. I'm not sure where though. It sells off that Dojo core there, and does get a lot of kills there. It does take out just a lot of death by the Soviet forces, as well as mostly all the Empire forces got cleaned up as well. It's now safe for the engineer to push on forward, but maybe not for long. There's a dog advancing forward. It's cutting it really close. I think the dog will intercept. The bear... Oh, he didn't get the great roar off there. He was going for the handgun shot off. The handgun can take out a dog in one hit. The combat engineer should recover first. And he's going to just have to run. And he does get the roar off here at maximum range. It gets the kill. Yellow will need support. He's getting a bit double teamed at the moment. We do have another engineer there. He needs to get out of there. And here comes Sickle. Perfect item to deal with all these dogs and peacekeepers and pure warriors. Perhaps jumping on top of the dogs would be useful, but he's charging forward, trying to get that combat engineer. No roar there. Bad jump. Does get the combat engineer inside the bullfrog. Flak Trooper does go down as well. He's trying to get this Flak Trooper. It takes out the transport with the engineer inside of it. The Soviet player will need some more support, maybe another sickle as well. Maybe his teammate can drop a multi-gunner turret. Now that's the last of the infantry advance forward, but the sickle will likely go down, and he tried to go for a jump there, but he was a bit slow. Throws the last bomb on the war factory while at it. Down south, Red has claimed this oil derrick as well. Cyan's trying to crush some of this infantry. We do have some multi-gunner pushes towards Cyan's base. And it looks like that tsunami tank does go down. This multi-gunner turret still being a bit of a problem. Wait, that's a red wall? Okay, there's a red wall right there, which means he can sell that off and create an opening whenever he so chooses. Up north, oh, yellow needs some support. Oh wait, no, that blue is the support, but it looks like blue is getting ripped apart as well. I only see a handful of hero warriors there, so I'm not exactly sure what blue got ripped apart by. And failed to micro that tank buster. He double tapped the spider hole. It looks like blue is low in power right now. He does get up to power now. Let's make advance. Maybe he's trying. There's probably a bunch of infantry loading back these riptides. Not sure how much though. He did lose a number of javelins. Couldn't add defect there, but those forced to disable the gun for a bit of time while the other gun is up and going. And Pure War is trying to siege down some of these instant generators. Does retreat back, does lose the Apollo there, but does take out a couple of those Jet Tengus. Curtis there, he does draw fire with the one with the Nano Deflector up and going. And this Riptide is getting snared a bit, does get shrunken a little bit as well, and get hit by some bombs. We got the Tsunami tanks goes, and it looks like the force those get cleaned up by green. Down south we do have red, pushing some more Tsunami tanks, trying to crack blue's base. Now we do have a Sputnik here. And Barracks is going down. Does help the Sputnik there. And this barracks will be destroyed. Hammer tank here will be very outgunned. We got 2 hammer tanks now. His teammate is pulling out some various forces, Apollo, Vindicator, and multi-gun turret, and does not get the kill there on onto that tsunami tank. Down south, we got a looks like a nice crush there on one of the pure warriors. And Su got more and more aggressions from the Cyan's base. Cyan needs a bit of a help. His teammate could have put out some multi-gun turrets to support him. A bit too early for that bomb. Does kill it off now. Does get this handful of these tsunami tanks also frozen as well. Ready to set on the ore refinery. Trying to freeze down some of these ore collectors as well. Looks like all of his Vindicators have withdrawn. Apollo's going to try and clean up that cryocopter. The cyan tsunami tank does kill off the red tsunami tank. And goodness there from the Apollos onto that cryocopter does take it out. Got a handful of infantry here, and this jet tank does get destroyed as well. Apollo's now engaging the magenta Apollos. That one does go down as well. Got these forces now engaging. Got the cryo blast or cryo shock being avoided now. And looks like Magenta's Apollo will stay alive. Magenta Apollo does get cleaned on up. Got the jet tank who's cleaning up the cryocopter. The infantry forces are advancing forward. There's not a whole lot left of the infantry forces. And down south, we've got some more red tsunami tanks advancing forward. Over here, we do have the cryocopter freezing down the prospector. And the Apollo fighter is receiving some javelin shots now. Prospector receiving some harassment. May get cleaned on up. Down south, this prospector does go down as well. Cryocopter being shot up a bit does go down there now. The tsunami tank does get cleaned up. As far as refinery is still under siege. And this ore collector is trying to defend itself. Is reducing repairs from the war factory. It should be able to defend itself, especially with the point defense drone. Now we're seeing a bit of fire there. Prospector's guns are not half bad. It does pause a wall segment there, so it doesn't get fully built either. Yellow's tanks patrolling around. His teammate still has this multi-gun turret here. Nice little infect there. Yellow's building a bit of a force there. Magenta has a sizable air force, 5 Apollos, 6 Apollos, a good number of cryocopters as well. Fire shot does come forward. He's trying to freeze it down with it, but we got a single flak cannon deployed out by Yellow down south as well. He's still a little bit chilled, but nothing really. It's getting pretty blue right now. We got a good number of Apollos in this region. Trying to hit those cryocopters, unsuccessful. The flak cannon is just not in range. It's Science now pushing forward with ground power, ground attack. It does freeze the MCV there, taking it out instantaneously. Heroic Tsunami Tank gains some good hits there onto these Mega Tangus and Jet Tangus. That was a mini get gunned down there by the Magenta Apollos. Blue's pushing forward into Magenta's base now. And it looks like these Cyan Mega Tangus going to try to flank Blue's forces. Does get another frozen. It's starting to freeze something down as well. Very nice. And they're quickly getting collapsed on in. Oh, Cyan's claimed his opponent's oil derrick as well.
It's the end.
And now these Crowdcopters receiving quite a bit of fire from these Apollos. Does take out a number of them. And the Vindicators get done as well. Magenta's Air Force is reigning supreme, maintaining air superiority. More of these Crowdcopters will be going down, but got some veteran heroic Javelin troopers on the ground. Taking out a number of the Apollos as well. All the Crowdcopters do in fact go down in the middle here. Got some more Ore Collectors, Prospectors being cleaned on up. And does use the laser locks there and does get the kill onto that Ore Collector. Javelin Troop does get a laser lock right there, but does get gun sliced by the Bonsai Charge, as well as one more Peacekeeper. Over here we got these forces engaging. Manheld now receiving some fire there. Does go down. Over here we do have the Yari mini sub engaging the ore refinery, gains a substantial amount of damage right there. We'll slowly pick it off if it doesn't receive any support. Up north we got another harassment here by Mecha Tengu, and more Mecha Tengu harassment, and soon to be more Mecha Tengu harassment. Nope, the Apollos do gun down that one. Fire Blasters come forward, claim a couple Hammerheads and Bullfrogs, as well as a Terror Drone. Surprise!
We are not so friendly.
Does avoid the bombing runs there, and that Vindicator's receiving quite a bit of fire from that Bullfrog, but the Bullfrog does be taken out by the rest of the bombs of that Vindicator. Vindicator should be out of ammo. Does get wiped out right there, and now, and it looks like the Chopper VXs may now be next.
Damaging the Bullfrog.
Sniper tanks are advancing forward. Got a good number of extra guns on these hammer tanks. So there's actually 3 extra guns. We got the Emperor's Rage not being pulled out. Got the also still the multi-gun turret here. Notice that the sniper tanks are getting spread out a little bit, sustaining a little bit extra damage. This one Tsunami tank is infected, and the Terror Drone does get destroyed. Javelin troops trying to take out this ore refinery once again and knock out these Peacekeepers, and Javelins now advancing forward towards Magenta's infrastructure. Tsunami tank does go down. These Tsunami tanks are pursuing that ore collector, does take it out. The Cryocopters are coming forward as well. Should be able to pick off these forces no problem. Apollos cannot advance as long as these Javelin troops in the region. Laser Walk does come out on the multi-gun turret. And we do have this oil reactor now under siege by the Mecha Tengu. Red lost his MCV. Red has nothing. No production whatsoever, barring the ore refineries. Red needs to back out of the game. He can't bring any protocols. He can't bring in any additional forces. And going mass ore collector is a bad idea. And whatever units he has remaining is not worth the micro sink. Science Force is receiving quite a bit of hits. Green is pushing forward. And you got yellow hammer tanks advancing forward. None of these have extra guns already. And now we got a full crowd getting there trying to freeze on the MCV. He will does interrupt it right there. He does get it go down right there. The Vindicator does throw some bombs there and gets the kill. Tsunami tank does go down. And this Tsunami tank is going to focus down as well. There are, what are these? Both of these heroic? Yes, both of them are heroic. Does throw a heroic bomb onto it. And may get frozen down right there. Does freeze down one of the freeze one of the heroic hammer tanks. And he's going to try to save it there.
It's not safe here.
Trying to fire on it. Does take out the heroic hammer tank there. And now it looks like these Apollos may be next. One of the heroic Apollos do go down. The other heroic one does escape on out of there. So some other things are here. Riptide's trying to defend. He does take out the Riptide right there. Some tank does take out another Riptide there. This one is using now the Flux to try and get some health regen. And this Oral Deck slowly being picked apart. Does take up the naval yard right there. And now these tsunami tanks are going to try to push forward, trying to get some additional kills to spread out. Air drones are advancing forward to gain some number of snares there. Can't go any effects for the time being, since he's too close to the war factory. And now got the twin blades now getting some sporadic fire. A lot of AT aircraft forces just showed up. Now here comes the Emperor's Wrath. Does get one effect there. Oh, 3 effects. He may just want to fall back. With Emperor's Rage, it's going to be a bit of a slower retreat. Now the Blues Apollos and Magenta's Apollos engaging. Magenta's heroic Apollo does fall back in time, and Blue's just losing all of his Apollos. And nope, looks like some of these. Okay, the Terror Drones do get mostly cleaned up, thanks to the fact that there's only a handful of ladybugs there to repair his forces. Charging back forwards again, trying to get some extra damage. Spraying his fire a little bit. Does use Nano Reflector there, trying to get some extra health and regen. And got some various heroic forces for the Soviet player. Galvan troops now charging him forward, trying to get some good hits there, and Cryo again has been pulled out. This one hammer tank may get frozen, the rest of it is being Emperor's Raged. And those tank buses just get cleaned on up. Over here, Blue's going forward with a massive force infantry, clean up Magenta's base infrastructure. Ooh, and that tsunami tank gets some great crushes right there. There may have been more than one tsunami tank, however. Blue, or Cyan does not have his... Oh, his MCV's right there. Barracks does go down. We got these Twin Blades now advancing forward as well. Does get heroic Twin Blades with that. Bullfrogs are getting some great hits there as well, taking out a number of these Jet Tengus. Hammer tanks now focus down some of these Mecha Tengus, as well as Tsunami tanks trying to avoid the Tsunami tanks. And looks like Cyan's forces does get cleaned up right there. He's trying to push them forward once again with Emperor's Rage. Seems like it's been on 24/7. Another Striker VX does go down. Cyan does clean up Blue's infantry forces, but Magenta did lose a refinery, and it has a bit of credit still remaining. MCV has been packed on up. The Empire's MCV is trying to push forward with his forces and some Magenta's infantry. Which brings some more infantry. It looks like the Southern player has back to the game, which is good. Which his color was red. That'll give the blue player some extra income to work with. Also got some war collectors here. If his teammate has a crush crane, he could crush it. Trying to freeze a number of these infantry forces. Some tanks are getting cleaned up, but it looks like Blue's infantry forces are getting cleaned up as well. Oh, there's a lot of cryocopters here. Freezing down none of his forces, as well as shrinking down some of it as well. If he gets out some a peacekeeper here for a shotgun, should be able to get it quickly to clean up everything. But no, he's actually getting crushed by the frozen carcass or frozen tank. More cryocopters coming forward as well. Now I've got the Emperor's Rage.
What do I do? Give us a good death.
The MCV is about to get frozen as well. Doesn't get frozen there. Severely chilled. Crowd cannon just been pulling out, zoning out of Blue's infantry. And Cyan's MCV is recovering from the cryo. Oh, balloon bombs have been called on in. Green space is being cleaned on up by yellow. And here comes balloon bombs being pulled out by... I think that's by Cyan. Yep, taking out that power plant. Looks like I think the some sort of technology upgrade for the cryocopters just came on in. Get a number of the tsunami tanks frozen, but got a good number of javelin ships on the ground. Now we've got some jet tankers in the mix as well, trying to shoot down all these cryocopters. And it looks like Blue is back to the game now. Yellow has the entire force. Yellow is charging forward. And it looks like Green's MCV may be destroyed right here. Green does have an ore refinery here and a Imperial docks as well. So losing MCV is not a game ending for him. He could just sit back, get another MCV out, and start expanding a bit more. Getting his MCV out from additional protocols probably would be best either way. Magenda's pushing forward with some tsunami tanks as well. And looks like Yellow's trying to siege down that airfield. He does spot this MCV. Does get some good damage there. But the Apollos are now engaged in the Twin Blades. This base will be cleaned on up. Yellow's doing a good job cleaning up this base. He does spot the Magenta MCV. He's getting repaired by his teammates, Doc's Yard. And does clean up all of those Twin Blades now. I would say let Magenta keep nearby that Naval Docks Yard for repairs, the Imperial Docks Yard. Cyan's pushing forward, treating the northern base now. The southern base is still collecting. Course is depleted. I think all of these points may be depleted at this point in time. And there's still a bit of credits there. This one's depleted. And he looks like Yellow's hammer tanks just falling back, getting ripped apart by these Twin Blades, not Twin Blades, Chopper VXs. This Mega's getting some great hits in there. Does transform there and will get shot down. Cryogen does come forward, does get freeze a number of these tanks for them. And the Bullfrog as well. Good is there. He's trying to protect his frozen tanks, but the frozen tanks are getting cleaned on up. And Cyan will be backing off now. Did lose a number of his own force. Yellow's Bears will be spotted. And he's not paying attention, doesn't get any roars off. And does actually get those some shields there for good micro. Does lose one of his peacekeepers, however. Ground soldiers going to clean up this southern base now. Cyan's also expanding out. This ore refinery has hardly been touched. 500 credits only has been touched. Team right side sells all 3 players from the game, but 2 of their bases are absolutely crippled. Though Magenta has expanded out this location, gathering the last of those credits will probably give him enough for a refund and get a pitiful amount of credits in return. He decided to expand out a little bit more. Has a good number of infantry, but keeping that MCV live will nut him some extra. Oh! Why is this MCV so slow? Was it Trout Chew? Is it bugged out and still cryo chilled? Would have gone turret here. With a lot of snow tanks and Mechatengus. There's a lot of chopper or striker DXs on the ground. Can't transform in the time being. There's too many bullfrogs in the region, but there's not a whole lot of hammer tanks in the region. Cool subs ripping apart this base. Ultra torpedoes do connect. Should be able to clean off that area. Looks like green will lose his base right there. There is a nice rich resource node right there he could try moving towards too. This one up here has still a handful of credits. Take us getting some great hits there. Snom takes now advancing forward and got the Emperor's Rage. Here comes the Bears. The Bears were ineffective. Yellow will be backing way up north. And none of these chopper vixens do escape on out of there. Cryo again has been floating out. He's trying to charge forward as well. We get a couple of guys froze, but that's about it. We got a lot of infantry on these Magenta's infantry. Like more than half his force is heroic. Nice surgical strike there, getting a quick strike. A quick surgical strike. And Yellow's being backed into a corner. He has expanded out. This northern expansion is nice and rich. This one here, nice and rich as well. So has this access as oil derrick, and this one still has a handful amount of credits. Not a whole lot though. This water refinery still has a handful of credits as well, a decent amount. And these twin blades get ripped apart by these striker VXs. Striker VXs maybe will clean up all of those twin blades, and all of the twin blades get cleaned on up. Up north, we do have these forces trying to reestablish themselves. EMP missile does connect on top of all of those hammer tanks. Odegon turrets here as well as some javelin troops. Got one heroic javelin troop there, and they all get crushed. Magenta sold off his base. May want to sell off this refinery as well. And Green's also banning that region. Cyan's trying to still scrounge around the game. The Super Cyan was quite severely beaten back. Now Cyan and Magenta try and push way forward up north. He could perhaps try kill off any reinforcements. This is a lot of hammer tanks and bears. Not enough anti-aircraft forces potentially. Okulo subs able to control the water. Of course, got the aircraft carrier. We'll use the Okulo subs eye for the MCV or the aircraft carrier. The EMP missile should be on cooldown. Got a massive engagement here. Bears charging forward, does get a handful of roars. Got of course the Emperor's Rage, and now the hammer tanks trying to charge forward, trying to get some crushes there. There's some Tash bounty in the region as well. Most of that charge has largely failed thanks to the Tsunami tank just thinking on the front line. It got ripped apart there, and Yellow has backed out of the game. This is Anne Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.